I'm Sister Tracy Haran here from the Kino Border Initiative in Nogales, and I want to share a few updates from the people we've been talking to here in Nogales and what we're seeing. So in the past month, since we've talked to you last, the U.S. government continues to deny access to asylum protections at the border, and that's despite a court mandate that came out this summer. And so we're seeing the impacts of that because in addition to people not being able to access asylum, we're also having people in the interior of the U.S. in their asylum processes that are being targeted. So for example, a man that I'll call Alberto, we met him at the Mexican government-run shelter in Nogales. He said that he'd been in the U.S. working on his asylum case for 3.5 years. He had gone to all of his appointments, all of his ICE check-ins. He was really trying to follow the process. And all of a sudden, at one of his regularly scheduled check-ins, ICE detained him. And so his is just one of many stories. There was also a woman who I'll call Valeria, who arrived earlier this month. And when she was deported to Nogales, she told us that she was really concerned because her ex-partner, who was abusive to her, he had also recently been deported. And now that she was here in Mexico, she heard that he was looking for her. And so we continue to be concerned about lack of access to protections here for individuals like Valeria and Alberto. We also have continued to notice people being detained by local law enforcement using really arbitrary tactics. So to give you an example, a man that I'll call Juan said he was just driving down the street when local police pulled him over. They said that he was a suspect in some kind of an accident that had happened that he knew nothing about, but they didn't seem to have any more information. So they took him into the station. He ended up in front of a judge, and the judge made it very clear he had a clean record and there was no evidence that he was in any way connected to this. In the meantime, they had contacted ICE, who was waiting outside, and detained him right outside of the courthouse. So these are just a few stories. I really encourage you to read our recently released report that has a lot more examples and facts and data about the people that we've been talking to here, especially those who have been deported to Nogales. So you can find a link to that in the description below, and please continue to follow us. Reach out to your elected officials and ask them for details about how the local law enforcement is collaborating with ICE, and make it clear to them that you want to know and you want transparency. We'll continue to be in touch, so please follow us and stay tuned.